Okay. I guess I can't play Dynasty Warriors instead. All right. Welcome everybody to the
not even getting a chance. We're just going right in.
Welcome to the December 7th review of Raw with the Clean Finish podcast. This is Blackjack here with Wise and Now. Follow us on Twitter at It's21Blackjack, at Wise and Now, at Need Queen Finish. Please join us for the podcast on Thursday, where we'll recap everything and probably do our predictions for TLC as well, including some general wrestling news. Unfortunately, tonight we have a Raw to review.
Unfortunately.
Like, I don't know how it was possible that they could have possibly put on 3 straight just mind-boggling shows, but my God, they've done it.
Yo.
There's no way I could have possibly been this negative about Raw come, like, around June. There's no way I could have. Like, there may have been some things that irritated me with, like, particularly their booking of Seth Rollins.
This has been awesome. This has been fucking awesome. How could they possibly be this bad? It's fucking awesome. Come on, Blackjack. Everything that they did today was fucking awesome. How could you disagree?
There were 50 million turns today. 50 million.
Sense. None of them.
Nothing tonight made sense. Nothing.
When you're lost on trying to figure out if Miz is a face or a heel, that's how you know it's just completely in the shitter.
I don't understand that. How did you do that? How is it possible that you booked a guy who has never turned? At least in my, I can't even remember the last time Miz was even a face, if he's even been a face at all.
Oh my God. He's had subtle turns that lasted for like 10 minutes. Like a few times.
Oh my gosh.
Like literally though. Like literally. This shit is fucking awesome, Blackjack. Oh man. I need whatever creative, Vince, Kevin Dunn, all those guys in the back, whatever ganja they are smoking, we need several tanks of that. We need several tanks of that, Blackjack, because there's no possible way that they didn't write this shit like in the darkness and everything was just colorful rainbows. Like, these dudes were high as fuck. From the start of the show, they were high as fuck.
People are clamoring for John Cena to come back. I honestly don't want.
What is that?
I don't want him back. Because even if he comes back, it doesn't solve.
Where'd you see something like that?
Well, I mean, because people have been because people were saying, well, it's been so bad, you want John Cena to come back to have some star power. I'm like, look, even if John Cena was here, the shit would still be terrible.
It would be.
It might even be worse. John Cena is not gonna. It doesn't fix the problem.
Oh boy.
No wrestler, I should say, is going to fix this problem.
It's like people that they wanted to push got hurt and they just had no idea what to do after that. They have no idea. This has been like, I don't even know where to start, Blackjack. We can start anywhere on this show because none of it made sense. None of it. Where can we start? We can just pick something and just go out of order.
Well, how did this show even start? Oh, right. It started with the League of Nations.
Yeah.
Have you noticed how the League of Nations have been so bad that you completely forgot that, like, Wade Barrett is even a part of them?
I forgot. Honestly,
Wade Barrett
and thought, like, what the fuck did they even come out and talk about?
Wade Barrett is so unimportant to all of this.
He is. Because Rusev is getting time, because he's doing the whole Lana gimmick. You have Del Rio.
He's the U.S. champion right now.
U.S. champion. So it's like, well, Barrett, you used to be, like king of the ring, but
Barrett is literally a guy. He is just a guy. Barrett
might be Rhyno status. He might be under Rhyno status. He might be under Rhyno status.
Barrett might be time to go back to NXT status.
Ooh.
It's that bad.
They could have made some money with too. They could have made some money with Barrett.
So you know what the funny thing? You know what the funny thing is? The funny thing is that I guarantee you, if NXT took Barrett right now, he'd probably be over.
Oh yeah, people would love him if he was in there because they would know how to use him.
Yes,
pretty simple on how you use him.
Probably
had the right idea when they started out with Nexus.
He'd cut a great promo. He'd be pretty useful. They just
hold on. I just randomly. Oh, how you turn this thing off?
Bro, what?
Bye. All right, great. I'm back. So yeah, man. I mean, the guy has a great look to him. I mean, just you take away his nose. It's a great look to this guy. I like his accent. He could connect to the international crowd. You send this guy anywhere. This is a money guy, and they just oh boy, you gotta love WWE. They will show you how to fuck something up. They really will. Whew. All right, so we had League of Nations, and
they come out and they talk for a little bit. Also, Mex America was not a thing because they said like, oh yes, we're the League of Nations, we're all international athletes. I'm from Ireland, and Barrett's from England, and Rusev's from Bulgaria, and Del Rio is from Mexico.
Well, I mean, the Cowboys are about to win this sloppy ass game.
I'm okay with that. I don't know what that has to do with anything.
Did you see what just happened?
I did not know.
The Redskins are trying their best to be the Cleveland Browns from last week.
Okay, so apparently I need to get Time Warner Cable back on my okay.
They just a minute and a half left. They just fumbled a punt. They at the 10-yard line.
How do you fumble? Oh wait, never mind.
Jackson wants to run backwards.
That has actually happened a lot this year. I was going to say, how do you fumble a punt? And then I remembered.
Because Deshaun Jackson wanted to run backwards. That's why. Inside the 10-yard line, by the way. Yeah. That's what he did.
But is he about to get suspended for these black socks, though?
Let me see. Was he down?
It doesn't matter.
I can't tell. All right. So back to these guys. And we're not going to go. Wait, let's not be long-winded.
They also did a USA chant for him, and that's when I started to realize I think I know there's an ulterior reason why they put these two guys together.
What two guys are we talking about here?
Sorry, the four guys together, the League of Nations.
Okay.
USA chants.
For Roman?
Yes. It's easy. It's well, not necessarily to associate America with Roman Reigns, but they have but they have noticed how easy it is to get the crowds to chant. Yes, to chant USA at you and to get a reaction, and how big of a reaction that gets. So to assist in helping Roman get over, you also had they're foreigners, don't like them.
No, the real way to get Roman over is to chant tater tots.
Oh God.
That's the real way, Blackjack.
It's really gonna be
we're gonna do this tonight. Tonight it happens, Blackjack.
So not WWE. So the League of Nations go and they say he's going to defend against Roman Reigns in a TLC match. He mentioned the whole Sheamus 515 thing.
And that these guys are the four best guys in the United States of America world.
Right. And all of a sudden, because you broke kayfabe, I can mention them now.
Blackjack. Let me see. Where's my Google?
You broke kayfabe.
Where's my Google Hangouts? I swear to God.
You messed up.
All right. Go ahead. I'm listening.
You messed up, Wiza.
Okay. So out come the Dudleys, right?
No. You messed up. You messed up on Thursday.
This
is your fault.
All right. Let's see what happens.
The Wyatts came out.
Get the fuck up out of here. So yeah, out comes the Dudleys. As I was saying, we ain't gonna even mute them. We're just gonna eject them from out of here. So out comes the Dudleys, and then out comes Dreamer with them. Now, the League of Nations let them know that League of Nations is such a shitty name, but the League of Nations let them know that they're still undermanned. They shouldn't be coming down here. They have no business coming down here. They say, well, no, we don't, blah, blah, we multiply. And out comes the man beast Rhyno. I think Blackjack wanted to get himself out of this Raw review. He think he's slick, and I'm gonna leave him out. So out comes the man beats Rhyno. And I looked at the screen and I said, where are we going with this? Dudley's, League of Nations, Tommy Dreamer, and Rhyno. And out to save the day comes Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and the Usos, in which they wanted to have a 12-man tag match, if we call it that. Triple threat tag match. And a complete clusterfuck it was. I couldn't get behind this. I think I might have skipped through a bunch of it, didn't pay attention to half of it, and I don't think anybody else should have, because it was a match that had no merit behind it, no storylines are being built from it, nothing is coming from this whatsoever. So all you really need to know is Roman Reigns' team won. Sheamus had the upper hand on Roman. He decides he wants to taunt him, throws his hand in the ground to do the whole Roman Reigns punch the ground gimmick. Then he sets up for the Brogue Kick. Roman Reigns gets up, spear, 1, 2, 3, you're out of here. Now, what was the next match? Oh boy, this match with Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler went on seemingly forever. I think this match might have gotten, I want to say about 20 to 25 minutes through a commercial break, maybe through 2. I don't remember if it was through 2. But I wanted to pay attention to Kevin Owens's heel tactics, heel persona, heel moves, just how he carried himself as a heel. Because, as you guys know, I really can't get into a Ziggler match. Can't do it. Can't get into it. So I'm like, all right, let me just pay attention to how Kevin Owens works, because I know the crowd wants to like Kevin Owens. And Kevin Owens knows that, but in order to get real heel heat, he has to act as a heel. You can't have any redeeming qualities that the crowd is going to get behind. And I think Kevin Owens does a really good job at getting the crowd, or giving the crowd, absolutely nothing to cheer about. When he first came out, he had his match against John Cena. He had, he pulled off all these amazing moves that made him a creative wrestler. And it's like, that's a guy that you want to like, but that's not how you make a heel. So going forward, I think Kevin Owens did a pretty good job at just becoming basic, stripped down, and just working on getting heat. Now, if there was one more thing that we could add to Kevin Owens to get him more heat, would be to just start playing dirty. Low blows, thumb in the eye, rake of the eye, salt in the eye, anything like that. Take the turnbuckle off, hit the guy's head on an exposed turnbuckle, chair shots when the ref not looking, just things like that I would like to see from Kevin Owens. But beyond just the cheating part, I think he's just doing a good job at getting over as a heel. Now, if we have to play into the match, I don't know if they were selling each other's moves or just selling the fact that this match went on forever and they were just completely blown up by the end of this match. Well, Kevin Owens kicks out of a zigzag, kicked out of a whole bunch of stuff, near fall finishes all over the place. Ziggler has the upper hand going down the stretch, and I believe there was a reversal off of one of Ziggler's moves. He gets thrown into the ropes, pop-up powerbomb, 1, 2, 3. And also, Tyler Breeze came down to the ring. He was there in the very beginning of the match and stayed there throughout, with Summer Rae just out there with him. And they're just there doing absolutely, positively nothing. Just nothing. That part, I don't understand. Are we building toward, like, do they have a match with Tyler Breeze and Dolph Ziggler? I don't know. And as a matter of fact, I don't understand is that I am. No, wait. No.
Yes.
No,
relax.
Get out of here.
Relax.
No, get out of here.
Yes. No.
No. I swear. You better apologize to the people.
What am I apologizing for?
Apologize to the people.
For what?
Blackjack doesn't want to play by the rules.
You've already moved past
Blackjack
it.
Does not want to play by the rules.
You didn't play.
So here's what we're gonna do.
But you didn't play by the rules, Wiza.
It was a mistake. I apologize to the people, like a man should. And you're gonna come in here and purposely try to get yourself ejected from the show. You're not slick. You're not slick.
I'm not. I didn't try to get myself ejected.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. I didn't think. I thought you would have legitimately tried to end the show, and then we would just restart it in 2 minutes. But no, you actually went and muted. Blocked me.
Well, no, I'm not.
I think was just
yeah, you're gonna catch this block. Yeah, I'm not gonna restart the show because not too many people are going to feel like clicking on another link. That's too much work sometimes. So, easiest way to do it is get it. So, I just went over to Kevin Owens and Ziggler match. Did you have anything you wanted to say on it? Excuse me.
That match went on way too long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I touched on that.
That was a match that went on 20 plus minutes. It was a match that should have ended in 10.
Because it was just unnecessary.
If even 10. All of it was completely unnecessary. And then on top of that, just the thing that annoyed me about it is you go to near falls and near falls and near falls. I'm like, he threw the man to the outside, destroyed him on the outside. He's selling his shoulder the whole time. He gets posted, and he still can't pin him?
See, now this match would have been acceptable if it was on a pay-per-view. You don't give a match like this away on free TV.
No, and with almost like zero meaning to it. And then on top of that,
this Intercontinental title match?
No, what they did was that
the way
Kevin Owens said that all the Intercontinental champions don't matter, so I'm going to prove him wrong because I was a former Intercontinental champion. But it just went on.
In the beginning, they were saying something about this being a rematch.
They did have a match earlier, but I don't care. It's just. He should have been killed in 10 minutes. The way that match went, he should have been killed in 10 minutes, and that should have been the end of it.
I really don't know why they gave this like extended time. It was completely You know what? Yes, I do. I do understand why. They're trying to fill in time because of the lack of talent that they have. They don't have too many healthy guys, so they're filling in time here.
It just dragged. I don't care. So anyway, Kevin Owens won, pop-up powerbomb. And for as much as you talked about and liked Owens' heel work here, that was all ruined by what happened next. So after Owens wins, Dean Ambrose's music hits.
I was actually just about to skip that because I forgot about it.
Dean Ambrose's music hits. And during this whole match, Ambrose was watching backstage, and Breeze is sitting there at ringside. Breeze didn't do anything, but sure enough, Dean Ambrose comes down. Is it like, well, seriously, what are we doing with Breeze? Why was he even out there? What was his point? He was just there. That's stupid. So Ambrose comes out, and he's got popcorn and soda because he's a quote-unquote lunatic. Ugh.
I mean, it was funny, though. I'll give him that. It was funny.
But, like, he looked like the heel here.
Come again?
He looked like the heel here. He's an asshole.
Not exactly.
Dean Ambrose was an asshole here.
Well, he just came in the ring. He offered him popcorn. He said no. He said, all right, well, then fuck you. Try to be nice to you. You don't want me to be nice to you, so fuck you.
Here's how I saw it. Kevin Owens just worked a hard 20-plus minute match. Ambrose didn't even let my man's music hit. He came down. He had popcorn and soda and just decided, all right, I'm going to throw the popcorn at you and I'm going to throw the soda at you because I'm a dick and I'm going to leave.
Well, think about this. What the fuck just happened? The Redskins just tied the game. In about 20 seconds.
I don't know. I was playing Dynasty.
Jackson being the one to catch it. He's the one who lost the game, and now he freaking ties the game. What in the world is going on in this crazy ass, boring ass game that just became
Welcome to the NFC East.
I don't think I understand life right now. I really don't. Okay, so where were we? We were talking about Dean, right? So I was going to ask you a question. Think about this. When it comes to heels and faces doing things like this, how often do you see heels doing something like this?
Almost never.
How often do you see faces doing it?
Almost always.
All the time. Kofi, Cena, Whoever the hell did it to Del Rio all the time. This happens with faces all the time. It's just what they do to get into the heel skin. So I don't see this as a dick thing. It's just how WWE has always done this with their faces.
See, here's the thing, because somebody was talking to me about this, like, oh, well, if Stone Cold came down to the ring and stunnered some,
yeah, absolutely,
yeah, if he just came down to the ring and stunnered people, you'd be sitting there cheering it right now. And I'm like, no, I wouldn't, because when Austin would do it, it would have purpose. So if he comes down to the ring and stutters William Regal because he's being boring as fuck for a minute, and he comes down and stutters him, yeah, that's going to get a pop because that was the purpose of it. Here's this boring fucker. Get him out of my ring. I'm going to stunner him. Okay, let me do it this way too. So when Dean Ambrose was going up against Seth Rollins, right? You remember that whole thing?
Yeah.
And Dean was constantly chasing Rollins like a bat of hell, and making sure that he was going to get absolute revenge on him after the chair shots and betrayal and putting him through the cinder block. And he would do the whole show where he was selling T-shirts, and then he would put the goo in Seth Rollins' briefcase and do the ice bucket challenge on him, all that stuff. That was a face thing to do because he's constantly annoying and bugging the heel who has actually gotten some form of vengeance and some sort of done some sort of action to him to provoke him to do these actions. In most cases, that's what Steve Austin did. If he is provoked, he acted.
All right, so let me throw you this counter.
What provoked this?
Let me throw you this counter argument. What the fuck? Now the Cowboys are at midfield on a kickoff return? I'm turning this game off before I don't even like these two teams. I don't care about them. All right, so let me throw this counter argument back at you. The night that Stone Cold decided that he wanted to stun the entire roster. For no reason. Yeah, you found it funny, didn't you?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
You Fine. Do whatever it is that's going to excite the crowd. That's what the babyface does. Correct. Whether it is merit or none, it's just what the babyface is going to do.
Right, but this was like two
Austin didn't care. He stunned babyfaces that night. He didn't give a fuck.
Right, but this night was like the only reason I consider this a little different is because these two were in a feud, and we know that they're in a feud, and one is established as the face and one is established as the heel, and they haven't done anything to.
Well, this was essentially to get some type of buzz about the match because they've done absolutely nothing to get any type of buzz for their match.
Right. That's kind of more of my point is that you're selling the match wrong. Because if I'm supposed to believe that, the bad guy here is Kevin Owens, then why would you have him go out and do that?
Just the match, that's all.
I know. It didn't make a lot of sense to me.
I think you put too much thought into that one.
I guarantee you somebody else is going to bring this up.
I don't think so. That's such a WWE thing. They do it all the time.
I guess.
So, next.
Wait, what match were we just? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that was the whole first hour, too.
That was like the first hour and 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
NXT would have been done with a half hour to spare.
They did 2 matches in that period of time. So then The Miz was backstage with Neville, and he, was saying...
It was definitely skippable. We can skip this.
So basically he was saying, you can become the next Daniel Bryan. He brought in some dude who's on the USA Network. Who could care?
There you go.
Sasha Banks and Naomi versus Alicia Fox and Brie Bella. It's another match that was just there. Sasha won from a distract. No. Sasha distracted Brie.
She catch this rear view.
Yeah, hits Brie with the rear view, and they win. So they finally gave Naomi a pin for once.
Would you take a rear view, Blackjack?
Yeah.
Would you take a rear view and she had to sit on your face with the pin, with your legs up?
I mean, what? I don't see what the problem is.
She has to hold your legs up.
What? I will live with that. I still don't see what the problem is.
I want every male that's listening to this to think about that. There's a woman sitting on your face and she's holding your legs up. You just live with that, please. Oh God, yeah, there's so much wrong with that. Let me ask you this question.
Okay.
Unity.
Yeah. I can live without that.
Yeah, I thought so.
By the way, can I just say that I hate every time Michael Cole calls anybody's finisher, especially Naomi's?
Why you say that?
Because he never just calls it, the rear view. He always says, oh yeah, and there it is. Naomi hit her with what she calls the rear view, or she calls that the rear view, and I'm like,
as if she hasn't been doing it for years now.
Yeah. Just like
it's a brand new move.
Right. Just call it the rear view. That's all you have to do. Like, it would be awkward if Dean Ambrose hits the DDT and he goes, oh, he calls that dirty deeds, which actually he does say that. Oh God. He needs to stop doing that.
He just does stuff.
Just call the move what it is, and we will get the picture. So New Day comes out.
Yeah, they're celebrating, and out comes New Day, and these women are looking completely shocked and completely terrified.
Right. Like, why are they so scared of the other heel team?
As if there's not tons of videos of these two groups just doing shit backstage.
Which commentary sold, by the way.
So their expression, I just completely did not understand.
I didn't either. So yeah, they go and they gave us the moment of the night, which was basically New Day and Sasha twerking. Well, Sasha was twerking.
They gave them strap-ons, Blackjack.
I don't care about the unicorn horn thing.
Didn't like the strap-ons.
Whatever. It looks silly, but it's their thing. I'll let them have it. I will never purchase one.
Yeah, I'm not purchasing a strap-on either.
New Day versus Lucha Dragons. So they come back from the break and
bad evaporated.
Like, where did they even go? Like, was that just going to be a one-time thing? I don't know. My thing is that Naomi, well, with Team Bad and New Day doing that, I'm like, why didn't the Usos come out, especially Jimmy, and have an issue with this?
I have an answer to that question. Not an answer, but more so.
Don't you dare say kayfabe.
Sort of, kind of. Because why haven't the Usos done anything about Naomi's heel turn? Before they got injured, they were all faces. They come back, she's a bitch.
Yeah. That's fair and all.
Kept them completely separate.
That's fair and all, but they've made mention that that's her husband.
Well, yeah, they've done that before, but again,
wouldn't they have a problem with his wife kind of like, yeah, I'm with New Day. Fuck you.
I mean, I don't think that.
Oh, yeah, I know it wasn't like a fuck you thing, but it's like they
didn't actually do anything. They just came in the ring, did a little celebration, then they were gone.
Sure. Anyway, all right. So they did that whole thing, and so New Day and Lucha Dragons had the match. Just went on for a while. Usos were on commentary. Xavier Woods is trolling on the outside, and Usos ends up Xavier Woods ends up playing his trombone in front of him, and the Usos start beating up Xavier Woods. This distracted Big E, or did this distract Kofi? It may have been Big E.
Kofi.
Or Kofi, correct. And then Sin Cara rolled him up for the win.
Unity.
Yeah, let's not do that thing. Then the Usos stole Xavier's trombone.
So afterwards, I did find that funny. No, when they was doing the trombone in the face gimmick to the Usos, I found that funny. When they just started jumping them and being like he stole something, they just sitting there stomping them out. I laughed at that. They got a chuckle.
Okay.
They got a pretty good chuckle out of me.
That was all right.
Because they really did stomp them out, though.
They did. So Renee interviews Roman Reigns about Sheamus. Sheamus said at some point that he wanted to teach him a lesson. Reigns is like, whatever. Instead, he wanted to offer some lessons of his own.
Nicole hooked on phonics.
Yeah. Sure. Because he was saying things like, he wants to teach me a lesson about being a champion or whatever, and blah, 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 blah. Miz TV segment.
So
Charlotte and Ric Flair.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is where Raw decided it's a good time to press the play button. Like, this was just fun. This is where Raw got fun. Because from this point on, you're not going to understand a single thing that happens on Raw. Seriously, nothing. Nothing makes sense. I could go through all of the other segments, and none of them are going to make any sense. And it started right here. This is where it started, and it's awesome. All right. So Miz TV with Charlotte and Flair. And from the moment Charlotte got in the ring, I'm pretty sure Blackjack feels the same way. All you can say is heel.
I've been saying this for weeks.
Yeah, you've been saying it for weeks. But this right here, let me ask you this question.
Mm-hmm. Just
from a presence standpoint, this is the Sasha not Sasha. This is the Charlotte that we liked in NXT, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is what I've been.
The one.
Yeah, she fits the role
perfectly. And as a matter of fact, I would say that what she did tonight was better talking wise and presence wise than what she did in NXT, because she actually played into the whole Flair gimmick thingamajig.
Right. Whereas here it's just like, I'm just the baby face whose dad happens to be Ric Flair.
This time she completely played into it. And I'm just like, this works on so many levels now, because before it was like, it's just so annoying. They're doing the babyface thing with her, and then there's Flair, and this is annoying. But now that she's actually playing into it, they did her makeup a little darker. I don't know if you guys noticed that. The only reason I noticed something like that is because they did the same gimmick with Emma, made her look a little darker for her heel turn. So they did that with Charlotte tonight. And just, I don't know, it's just the way she looked. Like, you know what I'm going to say, man? I'm going to bring up her hair, Blackjack. I'm going to bring up Charlotte's hair. And that, I don't know, she just looked the part tonight. She started out with Miz talking about how he didn't introduce Flair properly.
Mm-hmm.
Gave him a thorough suck job. I thought that she just felt so more comfortable in this role than she did at all as a babyface. Way more comfortable. Like, you could just see it. Like, she was just more comfortable, more confident. And just the way, like with Miz talking to her, and she's just flat out not even looking at him. Like, she's just looking out into the crowd, like, whatever. This guy isn't on anybody's level. And then she put him in his place. I like this Charlotte right here. I could get behind this one. But the problem is, WWE was trying to get us to side with Paige being the heel. And Paige wasn't supposed to be there because Miz couldn't get her. And then all of a sudden, after getting the tongue lashing, Miz decides, perfect time to bring out Paige. How you feel about Paige as a returning face? I don't know what the fuck Paige is at this point. What is Paige?
Let me say one thing.
Go.
I did say Charlotte should turn heel. I'm sorry, not turn heel. I said that she should be heel. Let me be specific about that. I said Charlotte should be heel.
Mm-hmm.
And with the way that people have been reacting to Paige, I don't understand why she's not the face.
Mm-hmm.
So in terms of what they're trying to do, they're doing the right thing.
You think they're giving Paige the tweener feel?
No. I think they're legitimately trying to make her face now.
The reason I said that is because, like, even though she came out sort of in a face role tonight, she was still being a little dickish.
It was very, very, very small. It was a little bit. Yeah, you're right.
I think that what they're doing is saving the baby face feel for Becky, because at the end of the day, she's the one getting the short end of the stick here.
Yes. I think, like I said, Paige should be the face. Charlotte should be the heel. That said, and granted, I think Paige would work better as a heel, but the reaction right now is just too loud for her to be heel.
Then just have her be that badass hit. Like, look, here we go.
Well, they should have let her fucking win.
If she could play, like, all right, let's say that they don't want her to be the anti diva, right? But let's say that she was. She can play the anti diva, which is a badass chick that'll just kick all the divas' ass, and she can still get over as a face in a heel type of role. It can still work. So if they decide, like, all right, we just make Paige, like, she's another one that just looks more comfortable as a heel, just not the type of heel they're making her out to. I don't understand their booking of Paige. Let's just say that.
It's very inconsistent and it doesn't make sense. They should have let her get some wins when she came off her hot heel turn. And they didn't. They did nothing to help her. Now, with this turn,
it's like 7 turns that happened in about 2 seconds, by the way.
Correct, because even the Miz turned kind of face here.
Miz was ultra babyface tonight.
Right, considering that Ric Flair is his boy. So I'm really.
What happened here?
They just completely no-sell that. But the thing is that while I do think that they have it right and that she should be the face and she should be the heel, they did nothing to turn them properly. Nothing.
It just happened.
It just happened, and it's like,
oh, she just started talking this way.
Okay. Yeah, it wasn't like, you remember when like Cesaro and Kid were heels, and it wasn't blatant. It just the crowd started reacting to them, so they subtly started changing face, and then all of a sudden it happened.
Yeah, but they still act. They didn't change their act.
No, they didn't.
Tyson was still being a dick to Natty, even when people liked them.
Right. But after a while, they started to get more cooperative. Once it was like, oh, we're faces, great, and we're going up against heels, and people are still cheering us, great. Maybe
started getting more flashy,
right? And they changed up their offense with it as well. Here, it was literally, let's have this meaningless match that means nothing, but I'm going to cheat and be an asshole, and now I'm a heel. And the way that they even set this up tonight, where it's just like, oh, well, now you're just becoming your father. One of you're becoming the dirtiest player in the game. I'm like, she literally cheated for the first time in ever last week. Whatever. I can't. If I talk about this, I'm going to rant.
Well, she didn't cheat. She didn't cheat.
She didn't technically cheat.
Becky.
See, no, that's what she would say.
Yeah. Because I would say cheating would be something illegal.
I mean, Rick kind of jumping up there and distracting. I guess that's technically not illegal, but whatever.
They're going to do something eventually where they start barring Rick from ringside.
Yeah, I don't know why it's so okay for Rick to be there at TLC either.
Yeah, like, why can't I be there for Naomi? I don't get it. Like,
I don't know. I mean, because they banned Big E from being with AJ.
I mean, the fuck.
They didn't let
you gotta be consistent with your booking. If I can't be there for Naomi, Rick can't be there for Charlotte. I don't understand.
Ryback versus Rusev.
Dusty wasn't there for Stardust. Went too far? You're right. Ryback versus Rusev.
This match happened. Or my notes. This match happened. Ryback, like the way it was sold at first, Ryback looked like the heel and Rusev looked like the baby.
Put over his spot, right?
Huh?
You know you got to put over Ryback's spot, right?
Oh, you mean his flyback spot? That's not Ryback, that's flyback. I'm like, I hate you.
Oh, wait, before we do get to that, they wanted to talk about Charlotte's punches, by the way. Yeah, because we didn't even mention that, how Paige decided to slap Nate. Nate ain't even do nothing to her.
Oh yeah, he did. She did slap him, and then Rick was like, "Get her."
I wanted him to elbow drop her. I can't be the only one that wanted that wanted Flair to elbow drop her. I can't be the only one.
I'm like,
is Flair gonna hit her with a low blow? Like, we'll say like, "Get her." I'm like, what the fuck is get her?
Yeah.
No, turn around and hit that bitch with an elbow.
Yeah, I'm sad that there was no elbow drop. Period.
And then Charlotte gets in there with those wacky ass throws that she calls punches. All right, that's all we got for you on that one. Let's get back to the current.
So Ryback and Rusev end up fighting to a double count out. Lana at some point told that she hurt her leg, and Ryback came over to try to help her and say, "Hey, I'm sorry, blah blah blah." Rusev attacked from behind. Lana was faking it. Rusev put on the accolade on the outside because, okay, and double count out.
All right. First, let's talk about Lana. She don't look ghetto now.
She looks face.
Face.
She looks very face.
All right, fuck what you talking about.
I miss
like hot shit right now. Just like complete and utter garbage.
Yeah, she looks like a face. Because they're letting her have her hair down. It's to the side. It's in that
bullshit.
They need to
like shit right now. That's what she looks like. I don't give a fuck if she looks heel or face. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm talking about how she looked. Lana did not look fuckable tonight.
Wow. Okay, I died. All right.
I'm comparing to how she looked, like with the hair up, and she first came out. I remember when she first used to come out and introduce Rusev, and then get the shot of her legs, and then they'll work her way up, and you just be sitting there licking your lips like, damn, that's long. Oh man, that's long. And tonight, I just felt like it's just Lana. That's how I felt tonight.
Are you confusing Lana with Lana Del Rey?
It didn't like her makeup, just everything, just her. She just didn't look like she used to look flawless. And I'm thinking maybe now it's because I've seen how she looks without makeup, and now I see it when they throw the makeup on. Now you see all the blemishes on her face. I don't know if it was the way the light was shining. She just looked like shit to me tonight.
Fashionista Wiza over here.
Her hair was a complete. She had the Ronda Rousey versus Holly Holmes hair. Like her hair looked like. I don't know what it is with me and these women's hair. I swear I'm gonna open a shop and start doing hair.
I'm starting to already book you as a hairdresser. Seriously, you have way too overthought this.
I wanted Lana off my screen. And if you say she looked like a face, I definitely don't see that. Because she had her hair down, that doesn't mean she's a face.
I'm not saying that she is a face. I'm saying that she looks like a face.
Because of her hair being down?
Yes, because remember they talked that whole thing about how he wouldn't let me have my hair down, and then you had the face thing going on.
People don't care about that. People really
know,
don't.
But I
miss
that's
not enough to look like a face, Blackjack.
I need her to go back to the bun. I really do.
I think she looked a lot better with the bun gimmick. I think she looked a lot more. I need her to go back to the woman that looked like she was in control.
That's the thing. That's what I'm talking about. Hair down doesn't work.
Well, she could have her hair up and still not look like she's in control.
I do completely disagree with that.
How? What the hell does her hair have to do with her being in control?
It says the person who obsesses about hair, by the way.
This is why I'm asking you this.
Okay. Most people that you see with a tight bun on top of their hair, right? are usually tight, especially when they're portrayed as women, are usually tightwads. You usually see librarians who are telling you to be quiet, tight bun, straight up on the face, straight up on the hair. You never see them with like a ponytail straight down. Usually ponytail straight down is like cute, innocent. It doesn't give off the same vibe as tight bun. No hair down whatsoever. It's a different feel. That's why you got that more dominant feel from Lana with the hair up versus her hair down.
So it had nothing to do with how her character was portrayed. It was about.
It had a little bit to do with that too.
So it was more about her hair than how her character was.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the hair plays a part into it.
Sure, but her hair could be down. If she still had the same character, then she would be a heel. My issue is right now she has zero character. There's none there.
No, I agree.
That's what's missing from Lana. Like, there's no presence. She was there at the ring. She was there at ringside, and you don't even notice her until she gets trampled over. That's the issue I have with Lana.
Correct, but right, but like, I don't know how else to explain it because I think you're gonna focus on the wrong thing. I'll just leave it as what it is.
What, the hair gimmick?
Yes.
I came back and why is it still talking about hair? No, I get what you're saying, and your way of putting it with comparison to the librarian or the, it's usually the, like, if you ever had a teacher who would have her hair up in the bun, yeah, I get that's the feel that they give off. I definitely feel you, and I agree with you on that. But at the same time, my issue with her is character. Now, at this moment, her character is supposed to be a heel, but she doesn't have any character. She doesn't have any presence. She doesn't stand out whatsoever. Whereas before, she got over because she was such a strong presence. And
I'll tell you what the other thing is too.
Go for it.
No relationship.
I'm sorry?
No relationship.
With whom?
Rusev.
Yeah, because they were just two people that worked together.
Correct. There was no kissing. There was no single. Right.
They had a goal. There was something that they were reaching for there.
Correct. Now they're a couple, and that's why, and that's the other part of it that makes it not work.
And this is why I tweeted, this Rusev is not my guy. I see Jobber written all over this guy right here. I don't see the Rusev that was just destroying everything. Like, there's no purpose with this Rusev. There's no goal with this thing that they got going on to get. Like, what is this? What is this? I need to know what this is that they're doing. Where's it going? What are they doing with this? I think since it was spoiled on TMZ, now they don't know how to go any further than these two are in a relationship. Bozos, how about you just get back to what they were doing beforehand?
Well, because they ruined it with
Americans and black people.
Well, no, they ruined it because this was even before the TMZ thing. They ruined it when they decided to split him up and put her with Ziggler.
Well, Cena.
Cena too, yes.
Like, the brick wall came. Eat that. But it was still salvageable after that because you could just say, all right, that's the one American we can't beat, but we'll fuck up all your other guys. That's fine. Just go back to beating up Americans and other black people. That's fine. You can work your way back up to Cena. It's fine. Or you can lose to Roman Reigns later. We know it's going to happen. But they've done... I hate to think that Rusev's entire first build was just to feed him to Cena. I really hate to think that. Yeah, it couldn't have been. It couldn't have been. This was salvageable, and now they just have them in this relationship gimmick thing. This isn't the Rusev that I love. No, it ain't. It ain't. Fuck it. And we've spent too much time on this.
That's why I shut up about it. I just don't care that much. Stardust and Jack Swagger.
Like we said,
Like
we can't figure out anything.
Like, hold on. Can we just talk about the fact that not only did they not get entrance music,
yo, they was already in the
they were in a match when they came back to commercial.
Yo, I thought I missed something.
So did I.
I missed something.
I thought I did too. And I DVR'd and went back.
I started imagining that they played Swagger's music before the break.
No.
They did.
Here's literally what happened. I legit
imagined that.
Yes, Lana and Rusev were making out. They went to commercial break. They came back, and Stardust and Jack Swagger were just wrestling. And they went straight to an ankle lock.
I thought I was imagining. All right, so I was imagining. Yeah.
Yes, you were.
That's insane.
They got worse than a jobber entrance.
That is insane. They were already in mid-match.
Yes.
And not only that, Titus was on commentary. They just introduced him about a minute and a half after the fact that they showed that they was already in the match. Okay. All right, Titus, you're here because the Stardust thing. Right? And what exactly is he doing with Stardust? They're not building toward a match. All he's done is show up backstage at Stardust's gimmick back there and just start scaring him, and that's it. So why is he out here?
I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. He was literally just
Cody back.
Correct.
Also, did you see what Eden tweeted?
I did not.
About Sheamus?
Let me see.
Someone this happened over.
I remember when what's his face said that he needs some Stardust needs some time to himself or something like that.
Who said this?
Remember when Titus and Stardust were backstage and he was like, "Man, you need to get some." And he was like, "Oh no, I mean, get some Stardust time."
Oh, I pay very little attention to backstage stuff.
It was a silly joke, anyway.
So this happened. Sheamus yelled in Eden's face because he didn't approve of the way that she announced him in the ring.
Okay.
So yells in her face. Someone tweeted it, and she responds at Real Eden WWE. 1, I'm not concerned. Oh, sorry. Sheamus said to her that he's going to have her fired on Monday. And then they said, poor Star Girl. Right? And that's because Eden is married to Stardust. Right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Eden's response is 1, I'm not concerned, in reference to being fired on Monday. And 2, if my husband still worked here, Sheamus would be missing right now. And 3, who is Star Girl? It took me a couple of times of reading that to understand what she meant. And I'm mad.
Really?
It really did. I'm like,
no.
If my husband, I'm like, did Stardust get fired?
No.
I was about to start Googling that shit. And then I realized, I said, oh, because he's not, and Cody doesn't exist. Oh. So
kayfabe is a powerful thing, Wiza. If only you knew that.
She got me. And again, if WWE wants to believe that kayfabe is dead, how am I supposed to? That's what caught me off guard with her tweet. So I think she did a good job there with that tweet. Pretty good job.
Mm-hmm.
Who was Star Girl? All right. So back to who are we covering here?
It's Jack Swagger and Stardust. Who cares? Jack Swagger made him tack out with an ankle lock. Del Rio goes and just attacks everything.
But
Stardust
missed of that. He had his back turned to Stardust.
Mm-hmm.
And Titus stands up and screams out, "Watch your back, Del Rio."
Del Rio, yeah.
What the fuck?
I thought for a second, like Titus and Del Rio were going to join forces.
I don't understand. I don't get what. Why does Titus give a fuck about what's going on with Del Rio?
I don't know. I can't tell you. What would you like me to say?
So genuine too. It felt real as hell. Oh my God, that felt so real. Like that was really his tag team partner. And I'm just sitting here like, huh? Did Del Rio make a face turn that we don't know about? Did Titus make a heel turn? What's going on here? Del Rio then takes out Stardust. Out comes Zeb Coulter, or was Zeb Coulter already out there? Zeb Coulter
was already out there, and Swagger had to save him by pulling out a chair. They did a spot where they whacked each other with chairs, and Del Rio, I think, legit hurt his hands doing the spot. And all I could think of is, wow, this is a stupid spot. Even before they swung the chairs, I said, this is only going to end in somebody getting hurt.
So he does that. Del Rio retreats, as a heel should.
Swagger goes to Coulter and says, hey, you remember what you used to stand for? And then Coulter goes away.
Well, he did the whole "we the people" gimmick. Blackjack, you can't undersell this scooter spot, Blackjack. There's no way you didn't laugh at that shit.
I laughed.
You just skedaddled up out of there with the scooter. Yo, it's like that thing was. He felt like that shit was going 90 miles per hour, where in actuality it was going like 0.2. He was out. And Swagger just does the "we the people." I could not stop laughing. And then he did it to Del Rio in the back. He skedaddled on him too. If Zeb starts dabbing on folk, that's it. I'm changing my Twitter handle. I'm gonna be a real big Zeb supporter, Blackjack.
Okay.
So this brought on the heel turn. This brought on a turn from Del Rio turning on, breaking up with Zeb Coulter backstage because the scooter got more over than he did. Del
Rio was legitimately threatening to kill this man. This is the most heel thing done tonight.
Because of the scooter. Yes. Literally because of the scooter.
And then after threatening him, he still threw a chair at him. And the scooter. Del Rio, the best heel of the night.
I thought that they were supposed to be breaking them up like at the beginning of next year. They're doing that shit now.
Yeah.
Well, it's done.
So I imagine Zeb Coulter's going to come out with Swagger, and they'll have a chairs match.
Or I'm thinking that Zeb Coulter's going to come out with, I think he's going to come out like midway during the match.
You sure? Whatever.
Probably not come out with either of the two. But wait, time out. Does that mean that Swagger gets the win?
No.
Swagger as your new U.S. champ? Swagger doing.
You're just going to have Swagger beat Alberto Del Rio before John Cena comes back?
Swagger doing.
Oh wait, everything's been thrown out the window anyway. I don't know
Swagger's doing open challenge matches.
Maybe
Swagger's the man. The Sixers lose by 97 points. Sixers suck, by the way.
Yes, they do.
They're at this point. What they're doing should be considered cheating.
They lost by 50 points with. Who did they have on the bench today? Tim Duncan, Kawhi Leonard, and Manu Ginobili, I think.
Yeah.
They didn't play.
At all.
They still lost by 50.
Had 119 points put up on them.
They had some dude I've never heard of before dunk on their entire team.
Oh, you talking about that brother with the weird face?
Yo, I had Arios, like, I needed him to explain that to me. I was like, what is that?
That cream skin colored dude?
Yeah, I was like, nah, you're gonna need to explain this one to me.
All right, so
who could care? Anyway,
are we at the last segment now?
No, Adam Rose versus Adam Rose does this Rose book segment.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
So, okay. Tommy Dreamer lost an invisible person, I guess.
All right, so what do we have here?
Main event segment, Roman Reigns.
All right. What? All right. See,
I hated everything about this segment.
Okay. See, okay. I was fine with Reigns' promo at first.
No, I was not.
You weren't, because you don't like that they revisit history, but they kept it brief, and they did it differently. He didn't tell you, every glory detail that you already know. Now, granted, you do know what happened with his come up, but he was just sort of kind of giving you a little insight on how he felt about it or how he viewed it.
He's the only person that does this, and he does it all the goddamn time. I'm so bored of it. I am tired of it. If his purpose tonight was to come out there and fight Sheamus, I don't need a history lesson.
Well, they wanted
to know it already.
Story between him and the ladder. They wanted to do something with the ladder, so they made a story for the ladder.
I don't give a shit about the ladder.
That's fine, but there's 5-year-olds that do.
I don't give a fuck. It was just
I was fine with this.
It was unnecessary.
They got to give this guy some material to work with.
How about not this?
They gave him something to work with. He needs practice so the man can talk. So I think he did a good job. He didn't stumble over his words. He didn't look a fool out there. He was fine. Because they have to continue to work on him in front of a live crowd and getting his point across. He didn't drag on. Could you at least give him that? He didn't drag on.
It was 5 minutes. It should have been. This should have been 2 minutes. This should have been like, all right, Sheamus. Sheamus, you wanted to call me out. You ain't here. Where you at, homeboy? And then just waited for him to come out.
See, now that I would find boring.
I don't care if it's boring. It took 20 seconds to say that. If even that. Let's go. I want some action. Because you know how long this segment went? This went 15 minutes over.
Well, that's because about 15 minutes of it was just pandering. And just them just being outside. Well, one guy being outside, the other one being inside, and then this guy's tater tots, and this guy's not coming in. Let me throw this out so he'll come in. Let me throw this out so he can come in. Let me throw this out so he can come in. This guy's not coming in. Let's call him Tater Tots again. Tater Tots gets over. There's going to be Tater Tot shirts come next Monday. Or on SmackDown if you're watching it. Going to have Tater Tot shirts with Roman Reigns on it. R&R with a TNT going through it. This turned into a complete mess. And it went on way too long. Way too long of nothingness. Once they actually started brawling, I was okay with that. But the nothingness, really, WWE, there's no reason for that to be going on like that. Just complete and utter hot air. Nothing going on. Oh, shit, really, everybody really is dabbing now. Looking at what team is this? I don't even know what team this is. Out here dabbing.
Arkansas State.
There you go. Arkansas State dabbing. And they beat the hell out of this. Texas Southern? Is that Texas Southern?
Texas State.
Texas State? They really beat the hell out of them. Went on too long. Who ended up standing tall here?
Roman. Sheamus didn't stand tall at any point of this night. So here he is. Sheamus is getting bitched out this entire time. Not only did he get bitched out for not coming out first, Roman Reigns came out for this lesson, and by this lesson, Roman Reigns stood there for 5 minutes and gave a history lesson, and then Sheamus comes out, and then Sheamus just stands on the outside and says, "Oh, I don't have to face you until TLC." And Reigns is like, "You're a bitch." And he's like, "Yeah, whatever, but I'm not facing you until TLC. I'm not getting in that ring." And he's like, "Oh, but you want to teach me a lesson. Get in this ring." And Sheamus is like, "No, I'm not getting in that ring because I see all those weapons there. You're going to hurt me with them." So he says, "Fine, I'm going to take the chair out of the ring." "Oh, no, but you still have a table in the ring." So he takes the table out of the ring. "Oh, no, but you still have a ladder in the ring." So he takes the ladder out of the ring. And Sheamus is still a bitch, and he decides he doesn't want to do that. So then Roman is pretty much goading him the whole time. They tell him to get in the ring, and he doesn't. And finally, Sheamus decides to get in there, and he gets his ass beat because he's making fun of him calling tater tots the whole time.
Let me ask you a question.
Just fuck this segment. It sucked.
Let me ask you a question.
Fucking sucked. Go ahead.
Ask you a question. If Sheamus just, after Roman Reigns did all of that, and Sheamus just left, how would you have felt?
I don't know.
I would have loved
it. You know what?
I would have loved it.
Yeah, because if his stance is going to be fuck you, then just leave.
Like, okay, I got you to do all that. You wasted your energy. Crowd's behind you. Tater tots. We got tater tots over. Did my job. All right, I'm out. A complete Kevin Owens move. Nope, can't do that.
He just got goaded, and then he finally submitted and got his ass beat.
Heels don't need heat. Which this pretty much means that Sheamus is winning.
The poor fucking guy gets pinned earlier tonight, and then he can't even get over on the last segment tonight. What are we doing?
Shining him up for the win on Sunday.
That is by making him look like a complete loser. Okay.
Sure.
Stupid.
That's what they do.
Stupid.
9 times out of 10, if you're not standing tall on Raw on a go-home show, you're winning on Sunday. That's how it works, Blackjack. You know this.
I hated this entire segment.
There's no reason not to. This was an abomination. It turned really ugly. And I'm surprised that the crowd actually got behind and stayed behind Roman Reigns instead of completely poo-pooing this entire thing.
There were some people booing.
Not down the stretch. Down the stretch, it seemed unanimous. I didn't even.
At the beginning, they were booing.
In the beginning, yes. Or when there was times where Roman was getting his shots in on shit.
It wasn't until we got the tater tots that the booing stopped.
Yeah.
Once we got the tater tots, then all of a sudden everybody wanted to chant tater tots.
Which I'm surprised that actually is much. That's the thing that people did not like the most about what they were doing.
And that's the thing that got over tonight.
And that's the thing that gets over. What?
It's a chantable thing, I guess.
That doesn't make sense. So tonight, even the crowd lost me.
Yeah, because
everything about tonight's Raw lost me.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
The crowd even decided to make a turn on me. The crowd turned on me. They turned on me. What the fuck was that about? I don't understand. You hate the guy when he does the
corny stuff.
A B, that's all, folks.
Yeah.
You don't like that.
And then here he is making a potatoes. He's talking about potatoes.
Talk about tater tots.
That's something R-Truth does, not Roman Reigns.
Potatoes sounds more manly than tater tots, Blackjack.
Well, he was talking about potatoes, and then he said, well, are you a potato or are you like a tater tot or something like that? I can't remember.
Yeah, he was talking about his nuts. I don't know why he didn't just use the grapefruits analogy, which everybody else in the world uses.
Because Vince McMahon wrote this promo.
Grapefruits doesn't sound cheesy enough. Give me more cheese. How about tater tots?
Oh, yeah, I can actually add cheese to that.
It'll sell millions.
It'll sell millions.
We got to stop this.
That is the best. I don't know where.
You need a shirt that says it'll sell millions.
It'll sell millions.
Yes. You need this is your merch line.
It really is. Somebody actually, like, I can't remember what it was tonight. Something on Twitter I said, because I was just like, there was one segment that was just frustrating me. And somebody just came back and just tweeted at me, it'll sell millions. And I was like, you know what? I'm not even mad anymore. I forgot what I was mad about.
Oh boy. Oh man. Jeez. This was a great Raw.
Nah.
Every bad Raw I say is great.
Yes, I know. That's my thing. You can't be selling lies to these people because then they're going to start thinking, they're listening to this and probably going, hey, those assholes on the internet who like to mock me said that this Raw was great.
It's because, it's so bad, it makes me laugh, uncontrollably at times.
There were points that I was actually laughing at how bad this was. It was actually the beginning because they somehow didn't start with a boring 20-minute promo, but it was still all very stupid.
How do they just randomly have a 12-man tag match?
They threw out half of the roster.
Fuck Survivor Series.
Yes, I'm like, this is a great build for Survivor Series. Oh, shit.
They legit looked back there and said, hey, we have anybody else back there that want to get in on this? Anybody?
I was seriously waiting for the 4 Horsemen to come out.
I tweeted I was waiting for the Rock and Roll Express.
I was waiting for Right to Censor. Didn't happen.
Waiting for Team Bad. They on the spot there.
I heard commentary said Team Extreme was out there, but I didn't see Jeff Hardy or Matt Hardy.
You needed that.
Where was Shane Helm?
I was waiting for 10-10-10. All of that to come out. What was 10-10-10's name? What was his name they went by?
Ty Dillinger?
No, you cunt nugget. TNA. You remember the whole 10-10? See,
I know. I'm fucking with you.
No, what Immortal? That's what the name was.
Yes.
There we go. Why didn't
shit? I was just waiting for fucking Bullet Club to come out next.
Yeah, I've seen that being mentioned. What the fuck? Oscar could have came out and just destroyed the entire thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just said fuck all of you people.
Shit, I mean, you might as well have just had Seth Rollins come back and the Shield could have just reformed right there.
There it is. There it is. Or you bring out Kurt Angle and the world's greatest tag team. They missing the man, but that's fine. You bring out fucking Gable with the guys.
Yeah. I was actually waiting for CM Punk to come back and then bring back the Straight Edge Society.
Or you have CM Punk come in with Dixie Carter.
That too. Yeah, that could have been a thing. And then we could have started the whole TNA and WWE war.
There it is. Who needs NXT?
Yeah, exactly.
CM Punk and Dixie Carter.
That's money.
It'll sell millions.
It'll sell millions.
Sign us out.
That was the sign out, man. You just missed it. We could have cut it at it'll sell millions. That's why I gave you that line, and you done missed it. Anyway, thank you for joining us here. Please join us on Thursday for the Clean Finish podcast. Once again, at It's 21 Blackjack, at Wise and Now, at Neat Clean Finish. We'll see you Thursday.